Hey everyone, it's Amber with Amber Allison Art. I thought I would go through some of the items that I found in a recent thrift store hunt. And then at the end of the video, I am gonna show a sneak peek of the journal I've been working on. And it's the first journal that I've been working on that I'm actually liking. I've made some attempts before and I've not been very satisfied with them at all. So here is a stash of vintage postcards. This thrift store up in Snohomish in Washington has a whole bin of postcards, and sometimes they have some really good vintage ones that you can find. I'm gonna zoom in a little closer so you can see the details of this like hotel pool. Old Faithful Inn in Phoenix, Arizona. Old Faithful is not in Phoenix, Arizona. I love this one because it's got the vintage cars. I just love that they like these crappy roadside hotels it's a travel lodge. They have postcards. It just makes me laugh. So this is from San Francisco. Here is another travel lodge. Can you imagine buying this and sending it to someone being like, this is where we stayed for $59 a night in this Santa Maria travel lodge? I guess maybe those were fancy then? I don't know. This one is, let me pan up just a little bit so you can see the edges. I love when they have these like scalloped edges. And this one is like, oh, you know what? This is from Coachella Valley, like where the concert is now. That's cool. And I don't know if this one's actually vintage, but the imagery is. It feels like this might be a newer postcard. It's kind of shiny, glossy in the back. I don't know. I don't know if it's actually vintage or not, but I like the imagery on there. Another San Francisco postcard. And then this one I love because it's been used. And there's a whole note on there. I tried to read it and the handwriting is hard for me to make out. And then there are these two in these plastic. I don't know why you would, really want to hold on to that and make sure that it's protected. But I can tell, I don't know if you can see that little car down there at the bottom. This is the vintage shot. And then same with this one. It's a fishing pier. And as you can see, it's from probably the 50s or 60s, this image. Fishing Bridge, Yellowstone National Park. So those are the postcards that I picked up. And then I picked up some other stationery bits that were there. The first is this set of note cards. And I just like these. These will really fit in my vintage journals. They're blank, but I think the colors are real nice and they definitely have a vintage feel. And there's quite a few of them in this set. And then I also picked up this set, which again, I like the coloring. It's embossed. These flowers are embossed. And they're blank inside. They also have this like faint coloring along the edge. I don't know if you can see. Let me put, there you can kind of see the green coloring along the edges of that. So I thought these cards and these were cute, and there's a different style of these with this rose. I really like these roses because I have a lot of rose motif in my vintage journal. And I intend to make more along the vintage journal, more of the vintage journals. And then there's this hanky with this cute yellow lace. And then I got a bunch of ribbon. Ooh, that lighting is kind of harsh, isn't it? Let me see if I can change that lighting up so it's not doing such a big glare. That's better, kind of. Yeah, that's better. So some cute gingham, this floral. My lighting isn't so great today. And I love this one because it is kind of a sheer psychedelic floral. Put it. Isn't that cute? I love putting ribbon into my journals. I've seen a lot of folks do that, and I really like it. And I'm starting to play around with it and having fun and liking the results of that. The next is a pack of scrapbooking paper with foil. So I'm gonna do it this way. Let me make sure. Yeah, so this is all, there's a lot of like really pretty gold foil in these. And I'm not exactly sure what I'll use these for yet. I do really want to do some kind of over-the-top bohemian New Orleans. I'm not a huge fan of the white peacock. I might be able to use it. And this is really thick. It's like cardstock and thick cardstock. But I think these will look pretty in a bohemian style journal. Boho vibes. Lots of peacock, you know? Those are gonna be, they're like already, oh no, it's not die cuts. I figured it was die cuts. No? Well, I guess you just have to fussy cut those out. Edge papers. And next I have this fabric. These were two separate pieces. This was a bed skirt and this was a pillowcase, and I've already washed them and separated them from the rest of the fabric. The rest of the fabric wasn't that great, but I love this lace, this eyelet. And I've already used a piece of this in the journal, so you'll see that in a moment. But I have a ton of it, which I'm very excited about. And I think I'm gonna do some dyeing of some of this to get some soft pinks. It's a nice cream color, but I think I wanna get some pink dyed of that same color, or of that same fabric. And then this was the only book I have this time. It's called Heart Songs. And I looked it up on eBay because it is old. It's a songbook, and it's from 1920, oh no, earlier. I can't remember because it's in that crazy, when I looked at the publishing date, it's in Roman numerals again. Oh, no, 1909. I was wrong. I did look it up because, oh, that's right. I looked it up because it said 1909. I was like, this is over 100 years old. Do I want to tear into this book? And there's plenty of copies available online. People are selling it on eBay, and it's selling for like, you know, $15 or something. But I just decided to keep it because it's, first of all, it's got these lovely these images in them, photographs of opera singers and various other musicians. And the pages they're like not that brittle, and they've kind of got a shine to them, and they're very aged, but they're gonna last in a junk journal. Like, they're not so brittle that they're going to tear. But they're really like, can you see how there's all this aging? Like, this page is still pretty, the print has lasted, but on these it's starting to fade, and it's got the really great yellowing around the edges. So I am kind of excited about this. I have not decided what I'm gonna do with it yet. So cool. And it's also a nice, like, nice thick book. I'll probably use this book as the front. I'll probably leave the whole book intact and do a journal with some of the pages because it's got a nice, it's probably an 1.5 inch spine. So this I think will just make a nice journal in and of itself where I will take out the pages and fill it up with something else. So pretty cool book there. And then lastly, this has nothing to do with junk journaling, but I want to share them with you. They are these like au gratin dishes. And they don't have a mark on them. I saw them and I was like, I love those. They are definitely like stoneware. And I did a Google image, and they're from this potter up here in Seattle area in the 70s and 80s, and his name was Jim. Oh, hold on. Let me look it up. Jim McBride. And he was a potter in the 70s, and this is from one of his lines called Fabrik, F-A-B-R-I-K. And the name of this line was Agate Pass, A-G-A-T-E-P-A-S-S, Agate Pass. And the whole, like, it's very mid-century modern style. The whole line, if you get a full set of this stuff, is incredible. I love the whole like the teapots and the plates and the bowls. It's gorgeous. Very mid-century. So I purchased these. Not sure what I'm going to do with them because I do not need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't need 7 potato au gratin dishes. I don't know. I don't even know, but I just could not pass them up. I love them so much. I saw people selling these on eBay, and it looks like for 2 of them, they sell for about $45 for 2. And I got each one for $3. So I don't really plan on going into an eBay business selling antiques, but if I could find the set, I love, they're just like heavy. They feel great. Anyway, that's my little nerdy pottery moment right there. And then I wanted to go ahead and show you guys what I've been working on. And I'll probably do a whole video about this next. I'll probably just do a whole video where I flip through this. But this is the journal that I have been working on. It is obviously a retro journal. And it's made out of one of the encyclopedia, what is it called? The Home Handyman. Oh, no, sorry. Yes, the Encyclopedia for Popular Mechanics Home Handyman. I love the Popular Mechanics books, and it has a lot of those images in here. And I just bound it tonight for the first time. I have not gone through and done... I haven't put any ephemera in. It's going to need some collaging and other things. But I'm really liking how it's turning out so far with the cover of the Popular Mechanics book. And you can see I cut off the top. The whole book was really tall. This was the width of the book. But it was taller. And the top part where it had the name of the book, I turned into the spine. So through this lace, which this used to be an old shirt, it's Popular Mechanics Home Handyman Encyclopedia, and then the back cover. And there's this piece that's been scratched off. It was pretty banged up book, and I'm not sure if I'll do something here. I may just leave it because I love that graphic there. So we'll see. I'm pretty sure I'm going to leave it as is. And then... here's the front cover. Here is a cute image from a barbecue cookbook. And can you hear my son in the background? This is a pocket. Ooh, a tight pocket, obviously. So I can put something there. And then here, I'll just flip through some of the pages. You might recognize some of these pages and some of these things from other hauls that I've done. Here's a hanky. Here's a page from the Popular Mechanics book itself, and I printed on it on the back using one of the Etsy digital kits. And here, just you know, some vintage graph paper. Here is an image from a vintage children's book that is also a tuck spot. And this is also a tuck spot with a doily. Yeah, so I won't flip through it all today because I'm gonna finish it up, but I love how it's looking. Here's the back cover. Again, here is, it's a tuck there. This is an image from, I think it's actually from the Popular Mechanics book. And I'm really liking it. 4 signatures. And it's actually an invisible spine. The signatures are sewn into this piece here, which has been glued onto the spine. I'm really, really happy with it. I can't wait to fill it up with all of my ephemera and to put some additional pockets in and fabric pieces, etc. So here she is, my first one that I actually really, really like. Okay, so I will be filming a walkthrough of this, a flip through, once I have this all dressed up with ephemera. And so you have that to look forward to, and I'm so excited to share that with y'all. Okay, have a great one. Thanks for watching. Bye.